Impeachment pleas have been leveled against the Philippine president, the first filed since Ferdinand Marcos Jr. took office in 2022. The House of Representatives panel called the complaints, quote, sufficient in form, making it possible for proceedings to move forward. Meanwhile, Vice President Sara Duterte facing fresh complaints of her own after surviving last year's attempt to oust her. Maria Ronson with the details for CNA from Metro Manila.
Two impeachment complaints against President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. were declared sufficient in form, paving the way for the House of Representatives to determine whether they are also sufficient in substance. The fact it was properly filed, sworn under oath, and endorsed by a member of the lower chamber paves the way for the complaint to be deemed sufficient in form. The complaints include one filed by a lawyer, Andre De Jesus, and another by 36 complainants representing marginalized sectors. Both complaints cite his role in the public works scandal and his approval of the 2025 budget that led to the flood corruption scandal. The first petition also chastises Marcos for allowing what they call the illegal arrest of his predecessor, the former President Rodrigo Duterte, and his detention in The Hague. The House Justice Committee will review the complaint's sufficiency in substance and determine if the recited facts constitute impeachable offenses. This will then form the second of 5 steps of the committee-level proceedings before any impeachment complaints is elevated to the House plenary for action. Betrayal of trust is the overriding theme of impeachment cases being put forward against the president and also his vice president, Sara Duterte. The impeachment claim against her stems from her alleged use of confidential and intelligence funds across various offices she held, at one point when she was concurrently vice president and head of the Department of Education, and earlier when she was mayor of Davao. The latest impeachment case was submitted to comply with the 1-year constitutional ban when the first impeachment call over the same allegation against Duterte, the sitting vice president, were raised. This time, there were 2 groups of submission against her, one by leftist leaders endorsed by the 3-member Makabayan bloc, and the second came from a priest and vocal critic of the former president Rodrigo Duterte and his war on drugs, a grandson of democracy icon Ninoy Aquino, a University of Philippines professor, and a former presidential peace advisor. The 2 complaints mirror the allegation of the first petition last year, all within the umbrella of betrayal of public trust. But this time, they have a new affidavit of detainee Ramil Madriaga to add, expected to make the complainant's argument against Duterte more robust. Key charges that have been leveled against Sara Duterte include the misuse of hundreds of millions in public funds through confidential and intelligence expenses, alleged bribery, illegal wealth accumulation, and money laundering, acts of gross incompetence, dereliction of duty and abuse of power, enabling extrajudicial killings and plots to destabilize the government. The vice president has argued that these allegations are all politically motivated and stem from potential rivals positioning themselves ahead of the 2028 presidential race. Her lawyers have said they are prepared to confront the allegations squarely through the proper constitutional process and are confident that a fair and impartial review will demonstrate that the accusations leveled at their client, the Vice President Sara Duterte, are devoid of both factual and legal basis. From CNA, Maria Ronson from Metro Manila.